the essential guide to hair care in 2025. Alright, let's talk hair. You've probably been told to wash your hair less, that a good hair oil can fix pretty much anything, and that knowing your hair type is the key. But what if following those exact rules is what is holding your hair back from being truly amazing? The game has completely changed for 2025, and it all starts not with your hair, but with your scalp. In this video, I'm breaking down the new guide to totally transform your hair by focusing on what actually matters. Seriously, forget what you thought you knew. The days of one-size-fits-all hair care are over. If you've been grabbing products because your hair is frizzy or fine, you've only been treating a symptom, not the cause. The real secret, the future of incredible hair, is in understanding and caring for its foundation, your scalp. And by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new way of thinking to get the healthiest hair of your life. The old way versus the new way. Myth-busting. For years, the hair industry drilled a few key ideas into our heads. The biggest one: don't wash your hair too often. We've all heard it. Many of us have tried to push our wash days as far as possible, thinking we were saving our natural oils. And while that advice isn't totally wrong for some people, for many, it's actually been making things worse. This wash less mantra is a perfect example of the old way. A blanket rule that completely ignores your scalp's specific needs. Another old rule we need to toss: the idea that you can just slather on a heavy oil or a silicone serum to fix all your problems. Sure, these can give you a quick cosmetic fix, making your hair feel silky for a few hours, but they do absolutely nothing to fix the root cause of the damage. More often than not, they just build up, weigh your hair down, and even worse, can clog the follicles on your scalp. The new way in 2025 is all about a major shift in perspective. It's the skinification of hair care. We've finally caught on that your scalp is skin, literally an extension of your face, and it needs the same kind of smart, personalized care. This means we're removing beyond generic hair types and zooming in on the actual condition of our scalp. It's about cleansing the right way, nourishing with purpose, and picking ingredients that create a healthy environment for hair to grow. We're not just masking problems anymore, we're solving them at the source, the foundation. Why scalp health is everything. To really get why this is such a game changer, let's do a quick lesson on your scalp. Think of your scalp as a complex ecosystem, home to millions of tiny microorganisms called the scalp microbiome. Just like your gut microbiome affects your overall health, a balanced scalp microbiome is essential for healthy hair. When this little ecosystem is happy and balanced, it helps protect against irritation, keeps oil production in check, and supports strong hair follicles. But when it gets thrown out of whack by product buildup, not washing enough, or using harsh products, it can cause a ton of problems we usually blame on our hair. Things like dandruff, insane oiliness, an itchy scalp, and even slower hair growth can all be traced right back to an imbalanced scalp. If 2024 was the year we started talking about the scalp, 2025 is the year we're getting obsessed with its microbiome. This skinification trend means we're finally using powerful skincare ingredients on our scalp. Think about it. You wouldn't use the same face wash for oily, acne-prone skin that you'd use for dry, sensitive skin, right? So why would we use a generic shampoo without thinking about whether our scalp is oily, dry, or somewhere in between? By treating the scalp with the respect it deserves, we're not just crossing our fingers for good hair days, we're building the foundation for a lifetime of them. Step 1. Get to know your scalp. So, that brings us to the first, and honestly most important, step in your new 2025 routine: figuring out your scalp type. Personalization isn't a luxury anymore. It's the only way to get real results. Skipping this step is like trying to follow a map with no "you are here" marker. There are 3 main scalp types, and figuring out yours is super simple. First up, the oily scalp. If your hair feels greasy and looks limp less than 24 hours after a wash, this is probably you. It's caused by overactive oil glands producing way too much sebum. You might notice your roots look darker or feel slick, even if your ends are feeling dry. Second, the dry scalp. A dry scalp usually feels tight, itchy, and you might see small, white flakes. This is different from dandruff, which is typically caused by a fungus and has larger, sometimes yellowish flakes. A dry scalp is just thirsty. It's a lack of moisture, just like dry skin on your face. And third, the balanced scalp. If you can easily go 2 or 3 days between washes without getting super greasy or feeling any itching or flaking, you've likely hit the jackpot with a balanced scalp. It produces just enough oil to keep your hair and scalp moisturized without going overboard. Here's a quick test. Wash your hair really well before bed and let it air dry without any products. As soon as you wake up, take a clean tissue and press it against your scalp at the top of your head. If you see a noticeable oily blot, your scalp is oily. If there's nothing on the tissue and your scalp feels a little tight, it's dry. And if you see just a tiny hint of oil, you're balanced. Knowing this one thing is the key to unlocking your entire routine. Step 2. The new rules of cleansing. Okay, now that you know your scalp type, we can rewrite the rules of washing your hair. That old wash less advice. Let's officially retire it as a universal rule. How often you should wash your hair depends completely on your scalp. If you have an oily scalp, washing your hair daily or every other day is not just okay, it's often what you need to do. Letting all that extra oil and products sit there can clog your follicles, which can lead to inflammation and might even slow down hair growth. A pro tip from the skincare world is to try a double cleanse. The first wash breaks down all the oil and gunk, and the second wash gives your scalp a true, deep clean. You'll also want to work in a clarifying or detox shampoo about once a week to get rid of any stubborn residue. If you have a dry scalp, washing just 2 to 3 times a week is probably your sweet spot. Washing too often can strip away the small amount of oil your scalp does produce, making it even drier and itchier. You should be looking for gentle, sulfate-free shampoos that clean without stripping. Co-washing, which is using a cleansing conditioner instead of shampoo, can also be an amazing option to keep your scalp hydrated. For those of you with a balanced scalp, washing every 2 to 4 days is a great starting point. You've got some flexibility, but you still want to be sure you're cleansing thoroughly enough to prevent product and pollution from building up over time. The new bottom line for 2025 is simple. Cleanse for your scalp, not just for your hair. A clean, happy scalp is the real goal. With your cleansing schedule figured out, it's time to build the rest of your routine with ingredients that actually target your scalp's needs. Thanks to skinification, our hair products are now packed with amazing active ingredients that used to only be in high-end skincare. For an oily scalp, you want to look for ingredients that control oil and gently exfoliate. Salicylic acid is a total superstar here. It's a chemical exfoliant that dissolves oil and dead skin cells inside the follicle to keep things clear. Niacinamide is another hero that helps regulate oil production over time. Ingredients like fermented green tea can also help keep your scalp's microbiome in balance. Your routine could look like this: a clarifying shampoo once a week, a daily shampoo with niacinamide, a lightweight conditioner just on your mid-lengths and ends, and a salicylic acid scalp treatment before you wash. For a dry, irritated scalp, your mission is hydration and calming everything down. Hyaluronic acid, the hydrating icon from skincare, is now being used to bind moisture to the scalp. Peptides can help support your scalp's natural barrier, while soothing botanicals like blue tansy, chamomile, or adaptogens like ashwagandha can calm redness and irritation. Fermented rice water is another fantastic ingredient, loaded with vitamins and minerals to soothe and strengthen. Your routine might involve a hydrating sulfate-free shampoo, a rich conditioner, a weekly deep conditioning mask, and a leaven scalp serum with hyaluronic acid and peptides. And what if you have an oily scalp but dry, damaged ends? That's super common. Your routine just needs to be a little more strategic. Use a clarifying or oil-controlling shampoo, but focus it only on your roots. Then, follow up with a super nourishing bond-building mask or conditioner on your lengths and ends, making sure to avoid the scalp. This targeted approach gives every part of your hair exactly what it needs. Beyond your daily products, there are a few other habits that will take your hair health to the next level in 2025. First, make weekly deep treatments a ritual. Whether it's a bond-building mask to repair damage from the inside out, or a super hydrating treatment packed with natural oils, this is your dedicated time for intensive care. Second, let's talk sustainability. In 2025, a great routine is also a mindful one. This can mean looking for brands with refillable packaging, choosing water-concentrated formulas, and opting for amazing clean ingredients like amla and bringridge that are sourced responsibly. Third, think about the big picture. Your hair's health is a reflection of your overall health. Making sure your diet is rich in protein and omega-3 acids, staying hydrated, and managing stress can make a huge difference for your scalp and hair. For an extra boost, you could even look into supplements with biotin, collagen, or adaptogens to support hair growth from the inside. And finally, protect your hair. Little things make a massive difference. Sleeping on a silk pillowcase to reduce friction, gently blotting your hair dry instead of roughing it up with a towel, and always using a heat protectant are small habits that protect your hair from daily wear and tear. So, the guide to incredible hair in 2025 is actually beautifully simple. It's all about scalp health and personalization. We're officially moving on from outdated, one-size-fits-all rules and embracing a smarter approach that treats the real cause of our hair issues, not just the symptoms. By figuring out your scalp type, cleansing the right way, and using products with powerful, targeted ingredients, you can finally stop fighting with your hair and start working with it. This is a whole new way of looking at hair care. It's smarter, it's personal, and it can absolutely transform your hair. Now, I really want to hear from you. Based on the little test, what's your scalp type? Are you oily, dry, or balanced? Let me know in the comments below, and let's start this journey. And if you found this guide helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe. In my next video, we're going to get into the best products of 2025 for every single scalp type, so you definitely won't want to miss that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.